So he did one about a snake. There was once a wrestler named Jake the Snake Roberts, who is not in the game I'm
Oh.
about to talk about, but he is in the sequel to the game that I'm about to talk about. I played
Oh.
WWF Superstars on the Game Boy.
Wow.
Oh my god. Oh god, I can't wait to hear this one. As a
Pro
wrestling fan.
superstar Kirby.
You'd mentioned LJN. This is an LJN game.
Then beat
And
Johnson.
Lyndon Johnson Neville.
Lady Lady Bird Johnson.
Ladybird. And it is a wrestling game where you, with only 5 superstars in it. I like that it's called Superstars to emphasize the lack of superstars. There is Kurt Hennig, aka Mr. Perfect. There is Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh yeah, Macho Man.
The Macho Man.
Brother, the cream of the crop will rise to the top.
Yes,
On
absolutely.
the Game Boy.
Game Boy.
Yeah, brother, get the Game Boy, brother.
All right, so that's 2. I'm trying to remember. There's Ted DiBiase, aka the $1 Million Man.
Ha 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 ha. Money, 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 money.
Everybody
Everyone's got a price.
Yeah.
do.
There's Hulk Hogan.
Oh yeah, brother, the Hulkster's gonna come for you, and you're gonna see me at WrestleMania 3, brother.
And somehow this character is on top of Hulk Hogan, which is a stark reminder of the times, because this I believe came out in '91, so that'll put you in the right time frame. Hulk Hogan is not the number 1 star in this game. The number 1 star, of course, the Ultimate Warrior. There's not a great promo for him because all of his promos are him screaming about absolute nonsense.
He's insane. I can't do an Ultimate Warrior. I'd go crazy and drop dead because he's insane over the top. It's like he was on meth the whole time he was doing his promos or something.
Definitely. But the best one is undoubtedly where he talks about getting into a falling plane and like beating up the pilot and waiting for the plane to crash. Like it's out of it's like, how does this like result to you fighting Hulk Hogan? I don't understand. But it does somehow. But yeah, it's so there it is. It's a Game Boy game where you play as 5 different superstars and try to rise to the rank, which means 4 matches, to become the WWF champion. I played as Mr. Perfect because I couldn't figure out how to pick anybody else, but I do like Mr. Perfect anyway. And I got to the top, but I could not defeat the Ultimate Warrior. He was too powerful. But it's pretty impressive. It's mostly plays. I read about it. They said they built an engine specifically for it. I feel like the engine was specifically stolen from beat 'em ups at the time. It's pretty much like a straightforward up and down and left and right, and you can run and then do a drop kick, which is like the key that got me as far as I got. Which is also how I play beat 'em ups, is I run at people and then jump and then hit them.
I hear that.
So, but apparently you can also do moves, which are useless. But you can do moves. So A would be your grapple, B is your punch / kick, depending on if you're running or not.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. The graphics are pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean everyone looks
and,
like they've got their character, so it's cool.
Yeah, and you're right. Ultimate Warrior's front and center there in the title screen.
Yep. As far as options go, I'm used to N64 wrestling games, which I think are peak. WrestleMania 2000 and No Mercy, my jam. This obviously is an early Game Boy game, or 91 Game Boy game, so I'm not even going to pretend to compare them. But for what it does, it tries for some things. I appreciate everything it tried to do, which is you're allowed to jump on the turnbuckle and jump off. I never once hit a move off there because it is so slow. And the character, dude, the game like trolls you because if you get on there, your opponent will literally stop moving. And then you'll jump to like hit him with something and he'll just decide, I guess I'll move out of the way. Like you can't do anything about it. You're airborne, you take like 2 bits of health damage. It's such a joke. Don't even bother going to the turnbuckle. You can throw people outside of the ring, so there's a little bit of an out of the ring segment, to it.
Oh, I just saw that. That's so dramatic. They like fly off. They're like, oh, and then
Yeah.
it skips to like the out of the ring. That looks kind of cool.
Oh yeah, Owen Hart would be spinning in his grave at the heights that you get thrown. And
Oh god.
I went there. So when you're outside the ring, you can fight, and then you just roll back into the ring. There's not a whole lot to do, but you can get counted out, which that did happen to me. So I'm impressed by the things that they tried to do. The execution is probably as good as you can expect from a Game Boy, but it is very difficult to play or to even appreciate in today's time. I assume when this came out, it was kind of cool to see these characters, and they do look decent, compete in a ring. So that concept is cool. Playability wise, I don't really recommend it to anybody. There's a lot better options out there, and there's only 5 wrestlers in this game, so it's kind of difficult for me to be like, this is great. You have to like Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man, Ted DiBiase, or Kurt Hennig to want to play this. Which, granted, some of those names are freaking awesome. Some of those characters are cool.
Some of the best wrestlers,
but that's it.
Of that era. Yeah.
That's it.
Do they have their own special move? Does Mr. Perfect have like the perfect plex? Does
no?
Hogan have the leg drop? Oh, okay,
they each have like their own strikes. There's like tiny things they can do that are different, but otherwise everyone's got like a suplex, a scoop slam.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird to see Hulk Hogan doing a drop kick, but here we are. They didn't really have that much animation space, I guess. So everyone's doing the same.
That's kind of a disappointment.
Yeah.
This feel like a rare game at all?
No. And that's one of the things I was talking about with the older rare titles, like pre-Super Nintendo, and maybe even Super Nintendo. I don't really know what their career is on that, but I think of Donkey Kong Country, Super Nintendo. But pre it, they do a lot of like licensed games, which I found super interesting, because going forward, they're mostly known for their creativity. I mean, they did GoldenEye, but still, after that, they did Perfect Dark with that similar engine. So known for their creativity, and so it was weird to know that they also did all these licensed games, and I was just curious how they handled some of those. And mixed bag, I would say at best.
Yeah, they developed a lot of stuff for Nintendo. They were like one of the NES. They were one of their. They made a lot of stuff on the NES that you'd be surprised.
What's the music?
Oh, I think I had it on.
Composed by David Weiss.
That's
Kazooie guy. You know?
We got to have that picture of him playing the saxophone that they always show whenever they show David Wise. You know, the one where he's bending over blowing the sax.
I had the music on for maybe 5 minutes before I turned it off. I'm sure purists will say it's wonderful. That's my opinion on the music. I don't know. It's Game Boy music to me. I don't know.
Did you learn?
Nobody beats
What was
the
your
Ultimate
takeaway?
Warrior. That's what I learned.
Okay.
When he
You already know that?
bends those ropes. Well, Teddy, there's a history there. The Ultimate Warrior beat Hulk Hogan in a very dramatic match at WrestleMania.
Okay.
But in 1998, the Ultimate Warrior came to WCW, where Hulk Hogan was, and lost to him. So now it's like there's never a third match here. So
We need a sequel. That's what you're saying.
yeah, we need. Well, there is a sequel to this one, but we need a real sequel. Where you can
Rubber match.
Real sequel, yeah.
real one, yeah, absolutely. This game is okay. I don't recommend it, but maybe Terry will like it.
What a wrestling fan would probably like it more.
I'm a diehard wrestling fan, dude. You got to go play N64 wrestling games. They are the shit. I actually just played one recently at a Las Vegas bar that was like a big video game bar, and I had a freaking blast. I forgot just how great those games are.
Wait, they had an N64 setup?
Dude, they had like a PS1 there. They had an N64. They had Switches. They had PS4s. They had like an SNK thing going on. They had everything, dude. It was amazing.
Did they have which one did you play? And the only one I played was WCW NWO. I think was the only one I ever played.
No Mercy is the
Okay, I
pinnacle.
never. That was 2000. That was late N64, right?
Yeah, late in.
Yeah. Okay, I never played that one. I used to be big into wrestling. I don't know if you still are or not, but
I'm big into that era of wrestling. I still watch
Mhm.
some things like pay-per-views when I get a chance, but I'm not into the product.
yeah, I
on
kind
it.
of gave up on it around 99, 98, something like that.
You missed the best part.
I know that. Well, I caught the beginning of that with Stone Cold in the McMahon feud.
You just
That's when I stopped.
thought he was too crazy?
No, I liked it. It's just at that point I went away to school and I had other things on my mind.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for the history lesson.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hey y'all, don't forget to subscribe to them button mappers.